Hello everyone, my name is Sitri Nafira. I am 57 years old from Israel. I have a degree in psychotherapy and a second degree in therapy and arts. I have a private clinic for the past 15 years, focusing on treating addictions, depression and anxiety. I facilitate women's groups who have experienced trauma in the family and provide couples therapy, specializing in same-sex couples. 2 years ago, I started my doctoral studies at the Free University of Varna in Bulgaria. My research centers on the postnatal dynamics of same-sex couple relationships, exploring the formation of a sense of family after the birth of children. Today, I will present to you a glimpse of some of the challenges and difficulties faced by same-sex couples in their lives. What are your thoughts on the subject? Is a same-sex couple relationship similar to a relationship between a man and a woman? Similar, almost identical. However, there are unique challenges and difficulties for couples in same-sex relationships. From the article I wrote, addressing the challenges that same-sex couples may face, I will present to you the tip of the iceberg. First and foremost, I want to start with the social challenges. Same-sex couples may encounter social ostracism. Social ostracism refers to the rejection and denial experienced by these couples from their families, friends, community, and even their workplace environment. For example, coming out of the closet at work. Coming out of the closet at work is the moment when the employee decides to put an end to the shame and guilt feelings within and to declare their sexual orientation. When an employee decides to disclose their sexual orientation, they carefully consider all the expected implications of making this decision. Revival, discrimination, setbacks in career advancement, and even solutions. For instance, a patient who was employed for a period of 10 years in a bank and never disclosed her sexual orientation. They kept coming to her constantly. "Let's introduce you to this man. Why don't you know him?" After 10 years, unable to bear the shame and guilt any longer, she decided to come out to her personal manager and identify herself, saying, "I am a lesbian and I am living with a woman. 10 years. Another challenge encountered by same-sex couples is the social pressure. The social pressure has a significant impact on relationships. In other words, the societal pressures that force couples to conform to homosexual norms will deny them of their sexual identity and suppress their true selves. For example, an entrepreneur who owns a business organizing various events and activities for the community. Concealing it, her private world, the fact that she is a lesbian and lives with a woman, from her clients, a heavy fear that will expose her, and the collapse of the clients and the business. Additional challenges that same-sex couples experience are the absence of legal recognition in the country they reside in. In numerous nations across the globe, same-sex relationships are still not legally acknowledged. The rights and obligations which heterosexual couples enjoy are denied to same-sex couples, creating a complicated situation for them. Establishing relationships, divorce, adopting children, specific challenge, particular difficulty. Social rights, challenges in accessing medical rights, entitlement to purchase a home, tax implications, and laws governing inheritance and property ownership. I need to mention that in the past decade, there has been a groundbreaking development in Israel that is worth noting. Legal recognition in same-sex relationships is an undeniable fact that provides crucial legal security to the partners, reduces social stigma, and enhances the profound sense of belonging in Israeli society. Mixed-faith couples experience many cultural, stereotypical, and outdated challenges. Another cultural challenge is ethnonormativity. In other words, society has a tendency to depict same-sex couples as a distinctive and inherent norm. This norm makes it difficult for mixed faith couples to belong to the involved community and feel insecurities and doubts about the psychological challenges. Even if I stand here for 2 days, it won't be enough for me to list them. Therefore, I have decided to present to you, at the tip of the fork, common challenges I encounter in my clinic. Self-denial is apparent in couples from the identical community, denying their genuine inclinations. The concern is the way society will react, how society will respond. Revival, shame, feelings of approval, discrimination, harassment, along with instances of violence and aggression. Bringing partners from the same background to deny feelings, deny challenges. Defense mechanisms of denial and repression are still at work. Extramarital affairs in same-sex couples. Lack of self-confidence, lack of trust in people, lack of trust in their partners, fear of abandonment, social anxiety, discrimination, damage to self-esteem, communication difficulties, sexual decline. These are merely a few of the psychological challenges that individuals of the same sex encounter. The most recent challenge that I will present to you today is the religious belief. This is the oldest challenge and has not undergone any changes in the past 100 years, indicating the persistent conflict between religious affiliation and sexual identity, a conflict in which individuals continue to grapple with. Religious same-sex couples who reveal their sexual orientation are expelled from the religious community they belong to. To this day, same-sex religious couples continue to struggle to find a religious community that is willing to accept their sexual identity. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the reality, the challenges, the difficulties, and the struggles in the lives of same-sex couples that I presented to you today are just a small taste. In my research, I delve deeply and comprehensively into these matters. The goal of my research is to obtain insights and draw conclusions for the field of science, but primarily in order to enhance the future equality of same-sex couples in the community, in the diverse world. Please read the extended article I published in the university's e-newspaper. Thank you for your attention.